Hi everyone, it's Margaret Manning here. Welcome to 60 and Me. Thanks for being here, everyone. I hope that you're having a good day. I wanted just to start you off the day with a cup of tea. I always do my tea favorites, and I'm just doing lemon ginger today. I've got this great mug. I bought this years ago, but I really love it. My rainbow mug. It's my kind of feel good with the world mug. But anyway, I hope you've got a cup of tea, coffee, juice, whatever you love. And thank you so much for being here. I wanted to talk to you today about something that is a quality that I've noticed in people lately, and it could just be the world, it could be just a situation in their own lives, but I've just noticed recently people have been so impatient, with everything. I've just watched some really interesting scenes unfold in cafes and just in on the bus and places where people just don't have the patience anymore. Not that we maybe ever did, I don't know, but are you a patient person? I don't know. It's interesting, but Joan Moran wrote an article on this, and she talked about it in quite depth because I think it's something that is in her life, just not a concern, but something she's been thinking about. And she's given us 5 guideposts for developing patience. And I think it's really, I think it's partly to do with social media and with our fast lifestyle that we just expect things to happen like that moment. I think about when my mom didn't have a cell phone. She didn't even know what a cell phone was, or we had no conception of what a cell phone could be, and certainly a computer. Not until really recently did we have the access to information that we've got today. But now it's just like, click. I can find bus schedules and, activities and events and information that is just like at my fingertips, literally, as Bill Gates said. And so I think that we are used to instant gratification, instant replies. We send someone a text and it's like, okay, so where's the answer to my text? Like I sent it to you 2 minutes ago. Like, where are you? I do this with my sons, actually. I don't mean to, but it's like when I send a text message, it's like I expect them to just be there. And it's yeah, I mean they just ignore me, but it's okay. I mean I use text in a different way to most people, but everyone in your universe is probably saying the same thing, like respond to me. And how can you do that? So anyway, patience is important, and we have to get this we have to redirect this emotional attachment to instant gratification, which is what Joan talks about. So how would we learn to develop more patience? First thing, transform frustration with patience by letting go. Letting go. Send the message and then let go. When a friend says to you, like, well, have patience. Just calm down. It's don't rush it. Not everyone moves at your pace. Not everybody has comfortable access to the kind of fast information source that you may use for whatever you need. Buying tickets at the movies may take longer for some people. Someone may be having a question about the train ticket or about directions to go somewhere. Their language may not be English as a first language. So you kind of have to be patient and plan ahead. I mean, whenever I have to stand in line for a ticket of any kind, I always go early because I figure there's bound to be some kind of delay. Someone else is going to take longer than me. And of course, I know it's frustrating, but you have to kind of let that negativity go and just let it go and turn frustration into patience. Like magic, transform it. And you can do this. And Joan, you should read her article because it's a very good article and it goes into this in a lot more detail. And I think that, that negativity, removing that negativity from your heart makes you feel better too. You didn't really need to know that second. It just makes you feel more calm. And then turn the negatives into positive patience. When things aren't going the way that you want, like there's obstacles in front of you, take those moments as a lesson. Take the moments as a lesson and let yourself experience the frustration and just prioritize in your mind. Meditate on giving gratitude and processing joy. Give yourself a chance to learn from that frustration and and to develop this positivity just generally in your life. See it as a gift. I know that's sort of hard to do, but I mean, if you're genuinely in a hurry and you've really got to get going somewhere, then you maybe shouldn't wait in the line for the coffee or whatever. But you can change it, and as Joan points out, growth comes from this. we get then more comfortable with waiting, or with waiting things to run their course, rather than having it all happen so quickly. And in the stress that's caused by this frustration can be really harmful to your health. And I think that's where Joan is saying, use this frustration and turning it into patience as a gift, as a positive thing for your well-being. She talks also about relationships. I think this is a really cool one too, that, patience in a relationship is probably one of the greatest things. I know, who was it, wrote an article, I think it was Iris, about her husband, how she was just so impatient with him because he took longer to do things, and she was finding herself being really snide and snarky and kind of contemptuous almost, which is not like a nice thing. But then how she regained that by doing exactly what Joan talks about here, by looking at the difficulty in a relationship based on frustration and a sense of lack of patience can actually harm a relationship. And it can start turning something that's just a simple, like, I'm impatient with not being ready on time, to being like impatient with the whole person, or the whole experience, which I think is really, really important. And as Joan says here, patience is liberating because it defies resistance and allows us to surrender. And I guess in that, the end product of that is it allows us to see our lives more clearly, the things that are super important to us, to not let that all get tangled up in ego, frustration around wanting stuff your time, at your rhythm, at your pace, to let other people have their own style, to give them freedom. That's really, really important. And I guess that's the final point that she makes here about the rhythm of your life. Everybody's life has a different rhythm and a different set of expectations. And, things that some people can accept and let go, like we've been talking about, are things others hold on to and that they can't. So I think allow people to have their own individual style, to have their own rhythm, and to embrace that and find your natural pace. And find it with patience. Like, let yourself just be at peace with that. You take a little longer. It's funny. I'm not worried about it, but of course, you forget things sometimes. You forget how to do something, and there's something at work here that I had to do, and I'd completely forgotten what to do. Like, I forgot the password. I forgot, the login. Here I am, like I forgot the login, and I had to write an email, and I didn't mean to have to ask for it because I knew that everybody's got work to do. But I asked, and I felt really bad. But then I was like, I'm at peace with this. I'm not able to do 10 things at the same time anymore. When I was in my 40s and 50s, I could multitask like crazy, or at least I thought I was multitasking. I wasn't really, but I was just doing things slowly. But anyway, I just felt my pace has changed, and I'm gonna just go with that. I'm gonna just go with the flow. I'm not gonna stress out about it, and I'm going to be patient with myself. I think that's the secret too, is that you can develop patience with everybody else, and that's really important, but also develop patience with yourself. Transition the negative into the positive, and it'll get you through. It'll get you through the moments when you're frustrated with someone else or with yourself. I love this article. It's really very helpful to think about it. And thanks so much, Joan, for writing it, and hope that you found it useful. I'd love to get your comments, though. I mean, what do you do to reduce stress and develop patience in your life? Maybe you can think of something to share with us that would help others. What do you do to reduce stress and develop patience in your life? Leave the comment in the section below. Again, thanks for being here, everyone. Go check out our website and our Patreon channel, and our YouTube channel, which is growing like crazy, and there's lots of conversation out there. Just be part of this community. Just dive in, participate, and that's where your tribe lives. So just please be part of it. But we'd love to know, how do you deal with stress and find patience in your life? Take care, everybody. Have a super good day, and we'll talk to you all again very, very soon. Take care. Bye-bye for now.